Apparently farting means that you're a down low homosexual.
Everybody in my comments talking about farting is not a sign of being DL, and yes, the f*** it is.
We reached peak DL investigation territory, and the way that some of the man them are responding is interesting.
It was Louis, it was everything, and it was perfect.
Soulja.
But all three of y'all, stop playing with my name.
Bro, he sound like he's holding back tears. Bow, 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 bow.
Look at them booty cheeks.
Hey, 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 hey.
Look at that booty meat.
It's a foreign man in a foreign land.
Today we are doing things differently, and we are starting here at the rear. And by the rear, I'm talking about the rear.
Oh, God.
Just straight ass. Literally straight ass. We need more cishet mask ask representation. Cope harder, man dog. This week, I posted yeeks on Maine. Most of the foreign land veterans already know that I cosplay as Gary the Snail every day, not just on Halloween, because my ass roll up on my back like Gary the Snail. But some of the new immigrants to the foreign land was unaware of my game and proceeded to leave some interesting comments. I found this to be a great starting point specifically for what we're talking about. I don't get gay allegations in real life very often. It wouldn't offend me if I did, because that means I must be swagged out. Gay isn't an insult to me. I really want to get that clear from the onset of this video. But to the defense of the commenter, they may not be familiar with Caribbean culture, because masculinity can look differently over here. Jamaican men get away with tight jeans and flamboyant colors, like literally Vibes Cartel got a song called Straight Jeans and Fitted, and they're also at the same time raging homophobes on average. Dancehall culture got daggering and winding up yourself in it. In the Caribbean, we also have Carnival. This is a rare young big body foreign pick. You can see we dress very flamboyantly and we wind our waist up. I'd show you more, but the stream would get taken down. I'm comfortable in my masculinity, so those allegations don't necessarily bother me. But what if it did? That's the question I want to explore today. The way in which black men reify their masculinity and their sexuality when they're insecure about it. This year has been the year of DL investigations, and the criteria for symptoms of down low men, symptoms like it's a sickness, has been ever changing. Excessive farting equals DL. Some of the women them, I don't know if y'all really committed to battling patriarchy. I don't think that y'all don't like patriarchy. Y'all just want softer patriarchy. You gotta ask yourself if you want to be free or if you just want a better cage.
Everybody in my comments talking about farting is not a sign of being DL, and yes, the f*** it is. If you've ever tried anal, then you know. Your first time trying anal, your farts are going to be slipping out your ass probably for the next 48 hours.
If you got IBS, you're gay.
Yeah, because that ass is loose. Same thing with them turds. They're free falling. That ass is loose. So farting is a sign. Excessive farting is definitely a sign that somebody's been playing in your back door. We're not gonna act like it's not. There's people in the comments like farting has nothing to do with being DL. Yes, fuck it does.
There are like straight that do have gals in their cishet binary playing in their ass.
Die Hard just subscribed for 4 months. Fellas, is it gay to eat fiber?
Because if me as a woman know that playing in your ass is gonna make you fart more and your gonna be free falling, then yeah, it is a sign.
Pegging, prostate play. If a dude asks a gal, hey, I like it when you do a little bit of this and that in my ass, right? They can say that you like man. Like, mind you, if you are interested in putting it in a gal's butt, some gals will genuinely think that you like man. Those people inside my comments about the rose toy and being all like, what you gonna do with that for? And there are folks in there that have very carceral sex. Their sex is not free. Their sex is not liberating, transcendental. They're not going to allow themselves to access parts of their partner of which that will allow them to have a transformative experience. Sex could be so beautiful. I used to cry after sex. You could have that, but you have to be vulnerable. And you live in a world where it is popular to not trust the person that you're even having sex with. You could have sex without intimacy. We should change the language from gay to bisexual. Is a whole other discussion. We are on the bi horizon, in my opinion, as a 55-year-old gay man. Black men don't have the flexibility of bisexuality, because by virtue of you saying bisexuality, that just means gay. The gal them who partake in the masochism of loving men have been increasingly preoccupied with the question if they're man like man on the low. A particular level of investment in the prevalence of down low men, it's a paranoia that you begin to have. If you don't have the space with your partner to discuss the evolution of their sexuality, then that's not a relationship that you want to be in the first place. That goes in line with a bunch of other comorbidities in a relationship. If you don't feel safe enough to ask your partner, you beginning to feel a little bit, then you're not safe to have a lot of discussions that you should be having with your partner that are necessary to have with your partner. These people might also want to bring kids into the world. Are you having the conversations necessary for that? Are you having conversations necessary for finance or health? You're scared of what DL could bring? Wait till you learn what straight could bring. We've discussed this in many different videos before, right? But we've never looked at the way that men respond to those DL allegations, regardless of the veracity of those rumors to begin with. Quick disclaimers: no misogyny, no homophobia. I'm less interested in the actual sexuality of these men and more interested in compulsive heterosexual performance that they make when their masculinity is challenged. Tyler Perry. I made it an honorable mention because there's so much to talk about. Tyler Perry been getting DL accusations since he came in the game, which is not surprising. He spent his life pirating black women by dressing in drag more than dressing as a man. One would argue that gender is drag insofar as the way that men perform masculinity. You get into this contentious idea, homosexuality, not as a desire of the male form, but more so as a hatred of women. The argument being made when people accuse Tyler Perry of being gay is that you make a mockery of black women so much that it's clear that you must hate women and therefore love men. I'm sure that y'all could see the slippery slopes of that discussion. There's a educational background on how much Greco-Roman culture was full of homoeroticism, right? Homoeroticism that was born out of a deep disdain for women at a systemic level. It's still a very nuanced discussion to be had because not all homosexuality is misogyny. That being said, it is interesting to see how Tyler Perry portrays queerness in his own work.
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending? Is that what it is?
This is a meme at this point. This is exactly the type of man that people accuse Tyler Perry of being. In Tyler's movies, the closeted queer characters are portrayed as villains. This is almost fan service because Tyler Perry knows that those who are consuming his content vilify homosexuality already. Folks often also will point out Tyler Perry's essay case that he's currently battling as the most glaring confirmation of his sexuality. But y'all gotta remember that essay is not about attraction, it's about power. Which brings me to another person who's gotten essay and gay allegations.
Bow, 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 bow. Look at them booty cheeks.
Hey, 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 hey.
Look at that booty meat.
So Stefon Diggs is a wide receiver for the Patriots, but non-football fans probably know him from Cardi B, as they recently announced that they are expecting a baby together. The Nicki Minaj stans quickly branded Stefon as DL because of his fashion sense.
Hey, how you doing today?
So what's your name? Where you from?
Stefon Diggs, I'm from Maryland. Yes, sir, man. The DMV is definitely the building. Stop playing with them, man. Describe your fit for us right quick.
Bottega.
Damn.
There's a particular level of money. Black men will buy particular clothing that in any other context would be seen as sus. But the fact that it's designer gives them an excuse to play and recreate with their fashion experimentation and their gender. Kanye was very influential when it came to his performance of fashion. It was very uncool. It was Carlton, like from Fresh Prince. It was almost like Carlton when he did things like this. He paved the way for a lot of people to begin to rock polo shirts and rock frat boy fits. A$AP Rocky, he was literally calling himself Pretty Boy from Time. Dennis Rodman is another example of that. Folks were claiming he was queer based on the fashion, but it hit ahead when a man accused Stefon of SA. Chris Blake details the night Stefon Diggs allegedly hit on him after giving him magic candy.
It wasn't the sexual past that frustrated me the most.
Gosh, okay, always involved with something black.
Frustrated me the most. what made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened.
Diggs was getting accused of being DL nonstop because of things like this. And what was interesting is the way in which people began to connect Stefon Diggs baby momming multiple women to be a defense for DL allegations. I've seen this argument used against Cam Newton as well, who has a rather eccentric fashion taste and a legion of little ones running about. Cam Newton says he went to strip clubs to compete with other men.
Never went to a strip club for women. I always went to strip clubs for guys.
A lot of men genuinely don't love women. They get women, yet again, they acquiesce, they appropriate women in order to impress other men. Men, yet again, reserve the majority of their respect when it comes to whose opinion they hold dear. It's often other men. They look up to other men. But there's a lot of black men that fit this bill, aggregating wealth as well as children. I'd be remiss not to talk about one of the most egregious examples of this. I don't know why Nick Cannon started wearing a goddamn turban. As a heterosexual father, what would you do if your son was gay?
People have gotten in trouble by saying it incorrectly. But they ask heterosexual men, what would you do if your son was gay? As a heterosexual father, I want my son to be like me. I'm not homosexual. So is it homophobic to say, I want my son to be heterosexual?
I think there is a part of you that all of us want our kids to be like us. So I don't experience that as homophobic or wrong, because I also know that there is another part of you, a higher part of you, that primarily wants your kids to be happy, right?
Right.
And if their self-actualization, becoming who they truly are, is going to override that part of your ego that does want your kid to be just like you, a lot of parents say that. That's not a wrong thing, but I also have a feeling that if your kid was gay, that higher self that you have would be okay with it, even though there's another part of you that would want your kids to be just like you.
The amount of mental gymnastics this man had to do to just justify his homophobia, blood. There's the obvious homophobia in this that we can rant about at length, but I'm more interested in the idea of performing masculinity by way of producing kids. I don't think that DL men overlap with serial baby mama makers like Nick Cannon and Cam Newton. But I think that there's something to be said about the power that men who subscribe to patriarchy derive from having a physical manifestation of their manhood, which is a child. Because these men don't see their children as autonomous beings. They see them as extensions of themselves. Which is why you have Nick Cannon recoiling at the idea of his son being gay. Lil Boosie the same way. And speaking of rappers, the next is the first rapper to do everything ever. Not this man, but who this man is talking about. William the Baddest breaks his silence on his alleged playful relationship with Soulja Boy.
I loved it. I had some Louis, it was Louis, it was everything, and it was perfect. And he was like, take this, you white, like he kept, like, he's very like into like the race playing stuff. And
Soulja.
But
Tasha K and everything, blood.
I don't know if this was really him or it was like drunk him or like, yo, I'm nervous. I'm like, is he gonna hurt me? Is he making music? Oh, I'm so nervous. I go up the stairs and I'm just heart beating, you know what I mean? He was like, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, you get down? And I was like, oh, am I gay? Yeah.
This is William the Baddest, wild name, speaking on Soulja Boy. And young Draco is no stranger to allegations. So when this pic came out, the internet had a field day with it. And it's interesting because Marlon Wayans, as you can see right up here, Marlon Wayans is the one that's using this as weapon fodder against Soulja Boy in their online beef. He's saying, I'm sorry, Soulja Boy said what now? Looking like you give up anything for some men. The word gay as an experience is a slur in heterosexual culture. I don't know what heterosexual culture is. As a cishet man myself, I would actually say being homophobic and misogynist at the same damn time. Tell me what else is heterosexual culture. Which is why when men try to defame or impugn the manhood of another man, it's the first thing they go to. And other cishet men will share in the revelry of that man being ridiculed as a bonding practice. You know, a stream wouldn't be complete without doo-doo garbage. DDG wants to squash the beef with Soulja Boy after finding out he's a part of the LGBTQ community.
See, I don't want no smoke, man. I support the LGBT community. I don't want no smoke. Soulja, I don't want no smoke. You be getting your back beaten, bro. That's your preference, my brother. I don't want to get. I know you. I see you got a lot of support on your tweet and stuff like that from your community. I don't want no smoke whatsoever. All right.
There's endless clips of this man just being a yam head. Naturally, Doodoo Garbage makes an appearance and he uses the gay allegations being levied towards Soulja Boy as an opportunity to drag him. But this beef between Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans preempted Soulja Boy to reify his straightness by going on a whole homophobic rant. If Soulja Boy had a career, he could get cancelled for this type of slander. Luckily, he ain't been relevant since 2007. Is Marlon Wayans retweeting it, right? It's interesting that like Soulja Boy makes this queerphobic attack on Marlon Wayans, and then Marlon, having a queer child, will then respond alluding to Soulja Boy being gay for drugs. The duality of man. Marlon doesn't even realize that the very thing that is plaguing and afflicting his son, he is using as a means to take a dig at Soulja Boy in a public beef. But rap is full of homophobia as well as homosexuality. And the rapper that has a litany of allegations thrown towards him is none other than Birdman.
Big Lack, how you doing? Big I got when I was 11, Twist. I loved it.
This is Lil Wayne saying he got when I was 11, Twist.
I got when I was 11, Twist. I loved it.
And Dog say he loves it.
I ain't never pressed charge. I'ma do you like baby them did me. I'll never forget that.
Lil Wayne is a victim. Can we consider Birdman a groomer? We can consider Birdman a lot of things, and groom is definitely one of them. This is clipped rather maliciously because Lil Wayne is actually talking about when Birdman hired a sex worker to sleep with Lil Wayne when he was, of course, way younger than this. That in itself is problematic from every angle that you could look at it from. But some of the folks made the observation that the problem is also that Birdman did this out of fetish. That he partook in the pleasure of his adopted son becoming a man, because the idea of losing your virginity is the process of becoming a man. There's a number of quote unquote questionable moments pertaining to Birdman, like when he was on stage with the Hot Boys. 2000 Birdman exposes himself and what he's into.
Look, this what we need to do, right? That's the last song of our show, right? I need a fire hot girl to come up here and twerk something. Bag that motherfucker up.
This is a Hot Boys performance. You got like Juvenile, Manny Fresh on there on the stage. And they're having a performance, right? You have Juvenile trying to get gals to come up on the stage. Look at what Birdman does.
What's up? Who ready to back that ass up? Who gonna come back that ass up? What's up? Where the hot girls at? Gary, look, I'ma show you what type of guy I am, right? These right here been f***ing with me all night. I want y'all to come up here and fuck with me. Come on, let them niggas up here. Y'all 3, y'all 4, right? Yeah, all y'all come up here and with a nigga. It's cool like that. You heard me? I'ma take 2 of y'all. Get on right now. You and you. Come on, let them come up y'all here. Bullshit. Black, get them up here. They been fucking with a nigga all night.
Basically, Birdman brings up all kind of man them on the goddamn stage. He's also made a couple bars, like this one right here.
I like my niggas up fast. I like to fuck him in the ass while he beat up the pussy. I'm the number one.
He could have been talking about a DP type thing. Not me running the fence for Birdman. Birdman been collecting gay accusations like Pokemon cards. And he's responded to them in many different ways. But his most famous one is this. Remember when Birdman went off on the Breakfast Club for calling him gay?
Get off straight, telling all 3 of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on there, let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Let's do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's
I ain't
go
gonna
right
say
on
it
in.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name.
Bro, he sound like he's holding back tears.
Don't say it no more.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlemagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
He done cursed us out. Tell him, get it off your chest, Birdman.
I said it already. I ain't got to talk no more.
Cause I don't understand the angle. Like what?
I said it already.
So why come here?
I did it already. I'm here. So what's happening?
I mean, it's all good, but I'm saying why?
And I'm here. What's happening?
I'm all good, but I'm saying why come here just to curse us
up? What's happening, man? I wanted to see you. I wanted to talk to you, your man, in your face.
Absolutely.
You understand me? I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You understand me? Straight up like a man.
So what's the issue?
Ain't no issue. If it was an issue, you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, put some respect on my name.
The fact that this has been memed so many times shows how cartoonish of a performance masculinity really is. You could see how transparent this performance is. The more insecure the man is about their sexuality, the more transparently performative the response is. And that brings us to Unc himself. We're talking about Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe goes off after DL evidence is exposed.
There's always been talk around, his preference as far as, does he prefer men or women? All right. And so I noticed that over the last few years, people have been really, really coming hard for him. And he's really been responding to a lot of the allegations. You're 54 years old. You've never been married. You don't have a woman that you claim, someone that advises you.
Some people see unmarried men and women over a particular age as a commentary on that person. Not only their sexuality, but their eligibility, their viability as a partner in courtship. They think that at a particular age, especially men, if they don't see that you, after I think it's about 25, if you don't have a child, like I kid you not, I've met women, and they would then turn around and say, well, he ain't got no children at 25. They would think that means that you're infertile. They would think that means that if you don't have a child at that age, that means that you can't. Total erasure of course, like a bunch of different experiences. The ways in which they are sizing up Shannon, because he doesn't have a child, because he's a bachelor at this age, then that means that obviously he must be DL. He's been getting accusations for quite some time now.
This had niggas out here thinking, he's gay. He's officially out of here. We lost one. You gave niggas the orange fanny pack over the shoulder. Yeah. And you walked your ass out like you were supposed to see a chiropractor that week.
Tyrese is referring to this clip right here. This clip where Shannon Sharpe, who has had multiple hip surgeries, came out in a very tight shirt and a tight fit in general, right? They basically said that the way that he came out was quote unquote very zesty. All of my shirts tight, all of my pants tight. I have legs, I have body. Shannon Sharpe, after getting all of these allegations of his homosexuality, he would answer in the most comical fashion that I can even fathom.
There you go, baby. That's my Michelle. Hey, I'll get it in.
So Shannon Sharpe went live on Instagram, but instead of seeing Unc, all people saw was the ceiling and heard Shannon Sharpe here, belabored by breath itself, having sex with someone named Michelle. He claims that he just threw his phone and didn't realize that he clicked the sequence of buttons necessary to go live to 6,000 people. You know how difficult it is to go live on Instagram? I know he might be getting up there in age, but I don't believe this a bumper clap bit at all. Shannon felt the need to defend his sexuality so hard, but would roll over the truly reprehensible thing, which is him doing race play with a white gal with an age gap between each other that's wider than goddamn thigh gaps in the early 2010s. Keeping in line with the NFL representation, you also have Odell Beckham Jr. He got gay allegations as well. I don't think that this was anything, actually. I think Justin was hitting the line. I don't think that, Dog did anything, but the internet didn't care. My only question, does Justin have any white friends? Oh, God. After this happened and teamed up with this, Odell Beckham Jr. was getting all kind of gay allegations. It's interesting to see in which the ways that when men get gay allegations, the idea of calling it an allegation in itself, you allege people of crimes. You know, like it's seen as a crime. It's in the name. The homophobia shows. The preoccupation that people have with uncovering queer folk, like as a Salem witch hunt trial, is a symptom of a much larger problem. That an easy solution would be to just try our best unitedly to fight homophobia. If everyone were to team up and use their combined effort and resources to fight homophobia, then you would have people that wouldn't find it as a weapon to use gay allegations towards men. So men don't have to worry about getting gay allegations. And then the people that are looking to see if their partner is DL, the partner wouldn't have to be DL because homophobia wouldn't be as violent as it is now. So the solution to all of this, to the DL investigation epidemic, to the gay allegation epidemic, as well as the ways in which men react to it, is to end homophobia.